Hey guys, this is Aaron Gomez from The Mashup. So today we have a special guest. I have the guys from the Alien High School play. So they've been making a lot of noise throughout the whole country. You know, Sigourney Weaver's been hitting them up. Ridley Scott has been recognizing them. But guys, hey, thank you guys for showing up. I'm seriously, I think you guys are the celebrities in my eyes right now. And but it's good to,
he's the actual one.
Yeah, you both were involved, so that's the important part. And, thank you for coming out. And it's good to see, New Jersey locals, because I'm from Cherry Hill. So it's good for you guys to, rep us here and really get this play together. But I wanted to ask you a couple questions. How is this play even possible? Alien.
Oh, my gosh. How is it possible? Well, I guess first we started off with, a bit of it came up as an idea first. They started talking about it amongst the teachers, and because it's Alien, right? It's not much. It's not your conventional sort of play to do. So they had to figure out a lot of things beforehand, like the script, how we're gonna do all the props and the costumes and everything like that. But I think they once they finally got it all down together, everything was pretty much easy from there on. The thing that probably would have been the hardest thing to come around, and the biggest obstacle really was the props and the scenery, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But with the help of our teacher, Mr. Definini, who was the lead set designer for all of this, it made it possible, yeah.
Yeah, so the thing, it threw me off because I found you guys through Barstool Sports. And they were literally like, oh yeah, remember my favorite play, Alien? I was like, what the hell is this? Where is this going on? And then I found you guys on Reddit, and my cousin was the one that contacted you guys to get this going. And our typical high school plays are Wizard of Oz and I'm just it's kind of weird. And
our teacher isn't the type to do all the sort of generic sort of
which is
great. The musicals. Yeah, that sort of thing.
I mean, plus it's a new time because these are our classics, Alien.
Yeah.
Even though we tell our parents we're not watching these type of movies, and I'm a huge Alien fan, and I think Aliens is my favorite movie of the whole series. But was this okay with North Bergen to get approved? Because it's a rated R movie, clearly. And if we did this in my hometown, I don't think it would have went through. To be honest.
I think the principal was full supporting.
Yeah,
he
really
showed up almost every single rehearsal. I think only a few things really got changed. That was a few curse words. We had to be careful. I think during one rehearsal, I think it was our Brett that said the F word, and we started panicking. It's he can't say that if he actually says that during the night of the show.
Yeah, other than that, they were pretty much go for it.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. But have you got your drama club? Have they done movie properties before? Besides Aliens? Is this an initial thing for you guys, an unprecedented?
Last year, we did Night of the Living Dead.
Okay.
So yeah, and that was before that. The drama club hasn't really done anything in a really long time. So yeah.
No, that's awesome. And I mean, was this when you did Night of the Living Dead? Was this with the same teacher? He was the one that really brought this all together. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, he was the one. Yeah.
So what's the whole? Let's get the whole timeline. When was casting for all this?
Casting was around
September.
November.
November. Yeah.
We started meeting September.
We started meeting and do end of October, beginning of November, that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So how long did that take? And Pedro, you played Kane, so I'm how did you practice that? Did you practice screaming in your room, pretending you have a chest burster coming through, or what?
Funny thing is, I didn't initially cast for the role of Kane. I wanted to cast for either Parker or Ash.
Ash, yeah. Okay.
But see, the thing was that we initially, right? He had all of us try out whichever part we wanted, and he had us saw everyone see what they could do, and he would select a certain few people who he wanted to continue.
Yeah.
And after that, once he got his first group, he would pretty much just swap around each and every person to see who did what best, and he decided I would do King.
Nice. Yeah. So I guess you played the chest burster scene real well. I mean, that's such an iconic scene. And like, so you could start casting in November. So when did the set building actually start to happen? Get in the process.
Well, for starters, they started making all like the costumes and trying to figure that out since like I think September or so. And they were building all the alien costumes and the little props here and there. They didn't really start doing the scenes and like all the big designs up until like I want to say like February or something.
Because we had all the casting set. We had the music set by February, so we started doing rehearsals.
Yeah.
But we didn't have like a set, so it was like some of them were like really funny so like the scene where Brett gets taken up through the vent.
Yeah.
We just had the alien stand on a chair and then grab Brett by the neck, and that was it.
Yeah. Now that was really creative, and so you'd say your rehearsals were around like the December area, around that time.
Yeah. Much.
Okay, that's cool. And the thing is, you guys did this on a shoestring budget, which everyone's saying, and your costumes were, I don't know, like confirm me, like, help me if I'm wrong, but that some of the costumes, like the astronauts, were made of moving blankets, and you use egg crates and Christmas lights for the computer room.
Yeah, and, pretty much. We use all sort of recyclable materials for everything.
So, like, did you have an assignment by your teachers to like, hey, you guys go through the dumpsters when you get home, just grab whatever you can?
I mean, Mr. Defendini, he was the one who was like, he himself would go out on like garbage night looking for whatever he could that was useful and what. But he would ask us, here and then, like, oh, if you find anything like that, like would look cool or like would work, then like bring it in.
So like, even though you had your your crew members and people doing the design, was this like a culminative effort in general? Like, even though you played one role and someone else was doing like the sound, like, did you guys all work together to like get the parts going?
There was like a couple people in the cast who like every so often when they weren't doing like any sort of acting or any scenes, we would just go out and help the design. And then I know I would help out with the sound crew sometimes here and there.
No, that's awesome. And I heard that you guys actually use some band members for the cues.
Yeah, I think here and there. Sometimes we would pretty much just get like as much help as we could whenever we could.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And besides the main cast, like how many people were backstage and like that whole, how many people with the visual effects, the soundboards, the lighting.
Yeah. Sound crew was 3 people, and then video crew was about like 3 people too. Mm-hmm. And then backstage, I would say about 20.
No,
would that be too much?
That would be too much.
That's a lot.
Class, probably, but there was at least like 10 or 12 people backstage, and then 5 or so other people in like one of the near rooms for when we had to go back and like do some costume changes and whatnot.
No, that's awesome, and it's just cool that you guys all did this. And like, what's North Bergen like known for high school? Like, is anything happened before this, or?
I mean, something like this big? No, definitely not.
The last time they got into the news was like in the 90s, and that was like for something really bad.
Okay.
We don't even know about.
But yeah, North Bergen is really just known for like its sports and its football and that sort of thing. There's nothing, any sort of theater that gets like its name out there.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. And like, you guys have a passion for this, like science fiction, and it's actually funny because Pedro, I saw you do the fusion dance with with Brittany Gonzalez. I'm like, he's a Dragon Ball fan. Like, it was funny to watch, and like I really enjoyed it. And you guys are doing something so big with so little, which is like amazing. And I think it's like a good example for the rest of us to look at, especially not even if we're just from Jersey, but for everyone, because you guys got recognition from Sigourney Weaver, and you guys met her.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah, and your teacher knew, but he had to be quiet about it. Yeah. And how'd you guys react when you saw her in the front row?
Oh man, I mean, we first met her like beforehand, right before the show. That's when she came in.
Okay.
We honestly didn't know she was coming. We were like, 5 minutes before the show.
Open, we're just like...
I'd freak out.
Everyone was freaking out. Everyone was going crazy. But after like getting to talk to her and meeting her, she was really down to earth and like super nice. So
no, that was awesome. So like, when you did your rehearsals and you really got to really practice it, what was the hardest part to perform? Because you guys had no intermission, and the transitions, I mean, it seemed seamless from like when I watched it for you, like for a high school play.
The hardest parts were, I would say, the chest burster scene, because we had to have him on board, we had to have the 2 puppeteers underneath the table on board, and we had to have all of sound crew on board because all the noises were changing. Another scene was the transition from Ash and Ripley talking to when our Dallas was jamming out to the Immigrant song, because those 2 songs were at 2 different levels, so that was like a little complicated.
Yeah.
And also we had to wait for the curtain to close and like spotlight. And then the last one would be from when Kane wakes up to the chest burster scene.
Yeah.
Because they had to flip it around, and we had to let the music drown out.
Yeah.
And we would have to wait for them to be all seated and we couldn't see anything because it was pitch black on the stage.
Yeah, as seamless as it looks like from like in the audience, it's really hectic backstage.
No, it's a lot of work. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree. And you go ahead.
Yeah, we didn't actually get like everything, like all the scenery done. At least like I believe like 3 days before our first show.
Oh, geez, so it was close.
Yeah, it was really close. So our first 2 shows, as shaky as they were really well. Yeah. But thankfully, we got like another month to finally like get everything set and done for our third
that's awesome. Show. And I think the cool part was really like you guys got the alien to be involved with the crowd. So I think that was a good tactic, to get their distraction. But so like, what happened after the play? Like the first play?
After the first play, nothing much happened after the first play. It wasn't until the second play where everything hit the fan. That's where everyone started catching wind of all of this, and everything blew up.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So, like, did you have to, like, you guys probably didn't expect to have another encore for a weekend.
No, we didn't expect any of this. Yeah.
Like, honestly, I was watching this, I was like, yo, take my money. Like, literally. Like, you guys probably made the best Alien sequel next to Aliens, Like, I was just like, wow, this took so much effort. But when you didn't expect to have an encore, did you guys get rid of any props? And you're just like, all right, it's over, it's done. Like,
I think like after, because our second show was on Friday, so next day was Saturday morning. Defendini and his crew of people went up to the high school and started like breaking down stuff. And then as they were like throwing everything out in the dumpster, they just saw all the messages and everything from like people
God.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Oh no, we gotta bring everything back."
That's crazy. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't like if you guys were really having an Alien thing. I wouldn't be surprised it went viral. To be honest, like that's just so new, and like it's an R-rated property. That's insane. It's insane. And Alien, it's the 40th year anniversary. Like you guys timed it right. I mean, I don't know if it's your teacher's idea to like do it. So like, how many would you guys actually receive any donations or any type of, funding, or was there a budget to it?
Before it got viral, we almost had no budget. It was like mainly out of pocket from our teachers, Mr. Corvo and Defendini.
Yeah.
But after the second show, and that's when the mayor started like funding us. The mayor funded like our food, like
oh wow,
so the students can get fed during rehearsals.
Yeah.
And that was when we started receiving more donations. But like before we went viral, we almost had nothing.
Yeah, so wait, that just came strictly from the teachers, none of your pockets, or did you guys donate towards the cause as well?
I feel like we just donated materials for
sets. It wasn't really this much more for like materials. No, it was mostly from our donation from Ripley Scott that we got like a lot of help from.
Oh yeah, because how much did he donate?
Don't know.
I think it was around like
I think I know
8,000 or something.
I think he donated 5,000 for an encore.
Yeah, 5,000.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like $5,000. I'm like, where'd that number come from? So, but I mean, yeah, like Twitter blew up. Like Patton Oswalt, Joss Whedon even liked it. So you guys are Avengers fans?
Yeah.
And
caught wind of everything.
Yeah, no, I literally my other podcast, like second half, I literally talk about movies all the time. So, you have Josh Gad, Adam Savage, Elijah Wood. Yeah, it's just insane how you guys did this, and off in New Jersey, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But is there any other future projects like your teacher wants to do? Like, I'm not like you guys. If you guys pull off Aliens, you'll see me in the seats. Like.
I wish, but
next year they're actually doing Gladiator.
Yeah, because in the same letter that Ridley Scott sent, he was like, "Hey, you know what? Why'd you guys just go for go for it and just try Gladiator. So yeah, that's the next project we're planning on doing.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. So how did you guys handle the attention, like all that publicity, like blowing up within a week time span? I'd say.
Oh God.
Because I saw you on ABC News, like you were in an interview. I was like, oh
yeah,
I saw him. Like he's that's one of my guys. So
yeah, I mean, as soon as everything hit, it was everyone. I think I can like speak on everyone's behalf that it was all surreal. No one had.
Yeah.
Everything was so chaotic. We had no idea what was happening. It wasn't until like all like the press and everything started coming in that we were like, wow, this thing really made it big. Everyone's like seeing all this, and it's crazy. I couldn't handle myself, honestly.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's just doing it with a shoestring budget like that is just insane. And you know, like I'm gonna talk about you guys. Like, so like, are you guys always been involved in drama or in like theater?
Yeah, I was because this is my senior year. I just moved here.
Oh, you just moved here? Where'd you come from?
Yeah, Easton, PA.
Okay. Yeah.
But my old school would do like musicals and all that, and I was like part of the tech for that. So when I moved here, I became friends with him, and I told him about it. He was like, "Why don't you just join drama club?" And that's how it started.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Pedro, have you done anything before he invited you, or it's kind of like did sports or?
No, I mean before this, I was a part of the Night of the Living Dead. I was one of like the zombies there, helping out with that. And before all that, I was we're both part of the band, so we have like a little bit of like some experience handling with like the theater and whatnot. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So, you like, what year are you?
We're both seniors.
Yeah. So you're both seniors. So you got the. Did you guys go planning college right now, or?
Yeah, we're both going to college. Yeah.
Yeah. So any acceptance letters already, or you haven't decided?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's awesome. So do you guys like plan on continuing, being involved in theater and all that stuff?
I mean, I know I'd say like it wouldn't be like out of the question for me, but yeah, like I've always been like a huge like fan of like movies and everything. So acting I love to do, but I'm also like really into drawing and doing that sort of thing. And I want to study trying to be an animator. So yeah.
No, it's good because I mean when I have the mashup like this podcast, it's just to really kind of get people's story and encourage people to go for what they love and do their passion. So this is like a prime example of like the whole Alien play is like a passion project for you guys, and you're not getting paid for it. Like this is what I'm doing. I'm not getting paid. And I'm like throwing my face in the internet. But like the point is for you guys here today, it's not just the play, but to like get to understand your story and stuff. So, I mean, how's life in North Bergen, and like has this play changed like the view of the town in general and how people look at it? Because I don't know, I've never been in North Bergen, to be honest. So,
yeah, it's a small town. No one. Yeah, it's a small town. So it really has. I mean, my perspective hasn't changed much. As much as I like to say, like everything's crazy around here, life is still simple and normal. And I mean, we're going to college, so there's that. Yeah, a lot of people have caught wind of like North Bergen now, especially saying like, "Hey, there's like a really talented group and whatnot."
Yeah. So, did you guys get free AirPods after the play?
These aren't even ours.
Oh, they're not. You had to buy. That's funny. But it's cool to see you guys, do what you love, and like I said, the fact that you're being from Jersey, like it's great to you guys are representing us. And I actually just found out your budget was under $3,500, which is still a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, all of our funding that we got, we really pretty much had to like fundraise for ourselves, going out to like sell cupcakes and everything, selling donuts, that sort of thing. Yeah,
that's insane. But what was your favorite scene to actually do? Like my favorite scene personally was the chest burster scene. And correct me if I'm wrong, did you guys use alien isolation for the tunnel scene?
Yeah, yes. We did.
Yeah, I was like, that flamethrower looked really familiar. I'm like, I definitely know that.
Yeah, that was funny. My favorite scenes personally have got to be like the chest burster scene. Yeah. I mean, especially during rehearsals, it's always fun trying to mess around with that scene. Because really the fun for me is really trying to like scare the rest of the actors and everyone. Just trying to like really mess with them as much as I can.
Yeah. I mean, and you as well. Like, what's your favorite scene when you did? the high school play? Because you guys were both involved, so.
My favorite scene, like from viewing it, would be.
Oh yeah, viewing and being involved. So I wonder what that.
Yeah. Because I was over in the back, so I was always in the back of the auditorium, so I was just like looking at everything. My favorite scene during like rehearsals would have to be like when Kane wakes up, because we never knew how he was going to say it terrific. Sometimes he would just say it really softly. Sometimes he would like mock the other actors. Other times he would just yell it out. It was just really funny because it was just completely random when he said it.
Oh gosh. So how long have you guys been friends for?
Pretty much most of senior year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since he just moved in,
yeah,
we really just met.
Oh,
just
you came in.
Like, yeah.
All right, so you came in senior year. That's a crazy time. I mean, I graduated college, so like I tell you guys, like senior year's awesome. I feel old. I feel old as hell talking to you guys. I graduated in 2013, so.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so that was 6 years already. That's kind of.
I
still feel like I'm 17, to be honest. But so did you guys get anything after having the play, like with all the publicity? Like, did like any scholarships, like money that was distributed at all, or more funding to even the drama club?
Right after like the encore performance, it was announced that we would get a scholarship award from the New York Conservatory of the Arts.
Okay.
So each and one of us would have gotten like a scholarship for the summer program and a $10,000 scholarship for the pretty much the colleges in general.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then I believe so that we were also given like a small scholarship for just recently.
So this is like the cast and crew? This is cast and
the cast and crew
involved? Okay, that's good, because I think this is a group culmination effort, so, the recognition's for everyone. But yeah, like it was very creative when you guys did Dallas' scene in the tunnels with actually Alien Isolation. But like when you did the chest burster scene, how often do you have to practice with the actual blood? Like what was that? Did someone like throw a paintbrush like to throw at you or something? Or
actually, we never really practiced with the blood.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
yeah.
So wait, how was it ejected out? Because it looked like it was shot.
Okay, so yeah, we use like we use
a
a
cannon.
cannon
Yeah.
that one of our teachers made only since like 2 days before the encore performance.
Is this the art director?
So yeah, no, not the art director.
Okay.
One of the band directors that also like works on the lights and sound.
Yeah,
no,
he helped out making like the pressure cannon, and before that though, we really didn't use any sort of like blood or water to like. We just had to like act it out for the most part.
God, that had to be so annoying to practice, like that scene. You just had to like scream every time.
Yeah, oh God, it really is. Like,
really funny.
I could be, because for the most part, I'm napping throughout the whole like play.
Oh, honestly. That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. You have like 2 lines.
Yeah, I wake up feeling a little bit groggy and everything, and I have to just flip onto a table, spaz out for a bit, and then just die, and I feel all winded afterwards.
So, I'm kind of laughing like how your teacher recruited you as Kane. She's like, "Oh, you're good at saying these 2 lines," and then coughing, and then pretty much. But that's so like for another scene, like the egg scene. What was the egg made of? Like, was it paper mache over something, or?
So what they would do, they would pretty much like blow up like balloons into like an egg shape sort of thing, and they would paint over paper mache over it, and then make the form out of that. And that's how we got most of our eggs. So,
wow. And like the face hugger scene, like the actual face hugger, how was that thrown into the person, the actor?
Ooh, okay, so
that had to be a tough one.
So we got an actual like what is it? A face hugger, but this one had like bendable arms and whatnot, so that would have helped a lot for like throwing it onto my face and helping me catch it. So pretty much we wouldn't make all the eggs, but we customized one of the eggs to be almost half open, so that way one of our stage crew could go inside, sit in it with like the face hugger and wait for the cue to throw it onto my face. So yeah,
that's awesome. And the whole crew that you have, and the cast, are you guys all friends prior to the actual play itself?
Oh yeah, we've all been friends before.
Yeah, so the dynamic was like there already.
Oh my god, so many jokes and messing around.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, for a serious play, I'm like, these are a bunch of teenagers. I'm like, they're probably messing around behind the scenes.
Yeah.
and-
No.
Oh my god, there isn't a moment where we're not messing around. We're like playing around with the
Oh my
lines
God.
or everything.
Was it hard for your teacher to get you guys like focused at the time?
No, not really, because we would, even when we did mess around, we knew when we had to focus and whatnot. So yeah.
No, absolutely. And no, that's good that you guys all know each other, because I was curious. And North Bergen, like, is it how big's your class? We were gonna like kind of say
Around 500 people.
Yeah.
okay, so that's like normal, I'd say. I don't know how many people.
I mean,
mine.
as our class may be small, but like North Bergen is actually a little bit overcrowded in the high school.
So when you guys did the actual recruiting of the actors, was like the whole school involved, or is it just mainly the theater kids?
No, I mean there were like theater kids prior to when we, like, most of the theater kids that performed for Night of the Living Dead the year before had come back. But I mean, honestly, the people who came back that weren't already theater kids, there wasn't that many. So
okay.
I mean, it was a small little project because our drama club isn't all that well known around North Bergen High School, to be honest, unfortunately. So there weren't that many people coming out to cast out. So
no, that's good. So in the process of, I mean, she's not here, but Daniela, like for Ripley, what was your director looking for to like have her be chosen? You'd say, from your point of view, like knowing her.
To choose Gabi. I don't know, honestly.
Yeah.
I definitely know that he was looking for a really courageous and like out there type of person. So yeah.
You really don't know.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. And I can't even lie, when you guys had the intro for the Alien theme to play, like that music, I just kept it on repeat. I don't even know what it was. I'm like, what is this track?
I had no idea, honestly.
Yeah, no, it's cool though that your teacher was really passionate about it. And let's see, what we're gonna ask you. So like after the whole play being done, second time, you had the party in the cafeteria. Like what went on there? Like did you...
just Carlos Bakery came in with the cake. Like with the cake was like it had Kane on top with Ripley fighting the alien.
Nice.
And then like, the announcement of the New York Conservatory of the Arts announcing like the scholarships.
Oh wow!
And that's really it for them.
Yeah, and then how did your parents, react to this whole thing? And like, especially when they first found out that Alien's going to be your play, which is not something I'd hear from my kid.
I mean, my parents weren't too well known with the movie themselves, but when they heard it, it was like, oh, okay. It's like, because they knew it wasn't like exactly like a normal play type thing to do. So they're like, but for the most part, my parents were very supportive of the whole thing.
So like, were they caught off guard when you like getting your chest broken out?
Oh yeah, they definitely were. My mom had no idea what was happening, and when she saw the scene, she was like, "Oh my god, that's gonna happen to you!"
Oh my gosh, she's probably yelling your name from this crowd. But you were saying, man? You were saying?
My mom had no idea like what the play was until like the second performance when she went to go see it. She was just like, "Oh, he's just spending time in drama club doing another play."
Do your parents not watch Alien? Like, that's like their generation.
No, I never told them what the play was. I wanted to like.
Oh yeah, you never told them. Okay, that definitely makes sense. But if you guys would like for the actual performer, what was his name that played the alien?
Xavier Perez.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a sophomore and he's extremely tall. And I asked him how his audition went, and in his quotes he was like just grunts and screaming.
I would love to have behind the scenes footage of you guys, casting call, just to see how you got your roles.
Yeah, we did. I think they did record all of the casting and whatnot. I just don't know when they're gonna release that.
Oh yeah.
Nah, they should. I mean, at this point, I think like the most fascinating part is just how you guys brought it together. So I think like the behind the scenes would be so critical. I saw so many news outlets like typing about you guys, like New York Times and
There's so many.
It's just so many, and I was like, I'm so happy I got you guys like a held of, because I told my cousin to contact you right away. I was like, get on Reddit right now.
Get on Reddit.
Like,
get the Reddit kid.
Like, get it right now, because someone leaked it. One of your classmates, or I don't know who it was, but it was you that leaked it to the world. See, look, I got a legend right here, like right here. So this is look, America. This is the kid that leaked it. So his information will be in the description below. So if you want to contact him, Naruto boy, I think.
Naruto boy. Yeah.
You still watching Naruto?
I've never seen a single episode of Naruto.
Then what's the point? What's the point?
I don't know.
Are you trying to do a red herring? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Oh my god. You had Naruto boy, and you have like that Pikachu, that other version. What's the other Pikachu's name? I fucking.
Pikachu.
Yeah. Oh, I curse on this, so like I'll bleep it out later or something. But so what do you like, even beyond the play? Like, what do you guys like to do? Like, what's your passion? Like, what do you guys like? Anime? You know, I'm a huge Marvel guy. I talk about it all the time.
Mine is like video games. So like we were just about to like right before we got on, we were trying to play like a game of Smash.
Nice, yeah.
For like the past like few weeks, I've been playing like Persona 5.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, you guys excited for E3?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's
so
soon.
nice.
That is
like
soon.
a few days. I probably like 10 days. I think.
Crap.
Well, I'm about to get a Switch because they have like Marvel Ultimate Alliance coming out, and like I'm so excited. And plus, do you guys play Mortal Kombat?
I used to play it, but then not anymore.
Right.
I wanted to get it, but I don't have a PS5 or anything like that. Yeah.
So what do you guys play? Just Smash or Nintendo titles?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part.
In terms of me, I play. I know one of my main hobbies is playing D&D with another group that I have.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Doing that, and then on the side, I just again doing drawing and whatnot.
Yeah, well, what do you like to draw? Like, what's your style? How would you describe that? Your style? Yeah.
How would I describe my style? I mean, I've always been a fan of like, cartoon shows and Pixar movies, and all the like DreamWorks movies. The underrated stuff like let's say, Treasure Planet is one of my great movies that I always love to watch.
I feel like it's so underrated. Treasure Planet.
It really is.
People disregard that movie, to be honest. And like, I grew up with Atlantis. Do you guys watch that?
Oh yeah, that was another great. Yeah,
that was a really good one. But how did you guys grow up with Alien? Like, did you just sneak it from past your parents to watch it, or? I had older siblings that showed it. So.
My dad watches like a lot of sci-fi stuff. So like, I grew up watching Star Wars, Alien, Predator, all of those.
Yeah. I didn't like the new Predator, to be honest. Like, did you watch it yet?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it solely because it didn't look too promising.
Yeah, save your money, to be honest. It's kind of a joke, but like, with the whole Alien franchise, we don't know where it's gonna go and stuff like that.
I didn't they like announce like a new project for Alien or something, like a prequel?
Yeah, like another Alien prequel, I think.
Enough with the prequels, Ridley. Listen, you guys don't have to say anything about Ridley. I'll say it. Ridley, stop with the prequels. Like, because did you guys see Covenant? Like any of those movies or Prometheus?
I've seen Prometheus. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, whatever. You guys don't have to talk. I'll talk about it. But yeah, this is how I do in the podcast because I want to get to know you guys personally. And when I texted you guys, I was just like, it's a conversation, not an interview.
Yeah.
Keep it laxed, and like for me, this is a new podcast. Like I'm literally 3 months in, and I would show you I have like lights here, but yeah, like the purpose is to really talk about movies and get people's story out. And I'm glad you guys like showed up and did this, and you guys really did such an awesome job. And hopefully it sparks like other high schools to consider other plays and instead of like 12 Angry Men or something. Like like I'm not it's a great movie, it's a classic.
But yeah, I know it's great to know that we were able to pull this off. And I mean, as much as the work we put in, it really, at the end of the day, it wasn't all that difficult to do. So I mean, it just goes to show that like anyone can really just, as long as they come together and have like a real passion for it, they can really just do whatever they want.
Yeah, and that's the key, is passion, for everything. And you guys really did it. Just like when you guys did the work, it wasn't work. You know what I mean? Like, you guys wanted to do it. And
yeah. It was never like a whole like, oh, I gotta go to drama club or anything.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, we're gonna go practice. Gotta do a chest burster scene or something.
I was like, oh, I have to go to school.
Bye, Mom. I gotta do a chest burster scene. Like, but no, that's awesome to hear. And Alien's just such a crazy franchise. Like, I'm surprised they haven't done like a PG-13 type of film to adapt it to a play like Ghostbusters or something like that. Like, the fact that you guys started something new and you like aimed the bar high for Alien is awesome. And how's your like teacher taking this? Like, are you guys cool with him? He's a nice guy, and is he busy with like all this attention now?
I mean, I know that after like the second showing, he's been getting calls left and right, having to talk to all these different companies and everything, dealing with all these different deals and.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because when I was contacting you guys and you had to ask your teacher, I was like, oh, this is going to take a while. Like, I felt like...
I just, like, stopped him in the hallway, asked him real quick, and he was like, yeah, no, it's fine. I just wanted to make sure it was, like, okay with him.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, yeah, because he's the head of it and all that jazz. But, hey, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this interview up. So I just want to thank you for coming in and, you know, keep doing what you want to do. And is there anything you guys want to announce to the internet about, you know, going after what you want to do and just being passionate on a project?
You got anything?
Well, I mean, hey, if you really like what you want to do, and you know you have like an idea, a dream, there's nothing really stopping you. As long as you keep going, have a real passion for it, then sky's the limit, man.
Yeah. Anything for you, man?
Not really. I'm not one of the someone to make inspirational stuff.
you didn't write out your Captain America speech. Come on. Nah, it's all good. But hey, guys, I want to thank you again, and we'll close out this episode. No problem. Thanks for having the time here. So, hey, guys, thank you for tuning in to the mashup. This episode will be dropped Wednesday. If you want to get more information about the play or even see the link, check the description below. And I'm Aaron Gomez. I'm your host. Make sure you tune in on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Stitcher, and we're also on YouTube. So be sure to check the Facebook page and the Instagram page and follow us there. I'll see you next time.
Audio Jungle.